6 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Good evening, everybody. It's Mark Klein hanging out with you. Welcome to another Long Island Blues Warehouse, recorded at the world-renowned EKO Studios, Deer Park, New York. Always go to ekoproductions.com to learn more about those boys, the official studio of the Long Island Blues Warehouse. Always remember to go to liblues.com and learn more about these great webisodes we're shooting here at EKO for said Blues Warehouse. Now that we got that out of the way, Mark Klein hanging out with you. Thanks for joining us. Another great episode here at liblues.com. I'll tell you what, we bring some great bands in here week after week, as many of you are aware at this point, and we're growing strongly thanks to you listeners, you listeners and viewers at home. And we appreciate that. We're going to keep things in the strong momentum with Long Island's finest. Veteran musicians in the studio with us tonight. These boys have been playing for decades around Long Island in various projects. Always enjoy bringing in the veteran players. These boys have joined forces about 5 years ago to do what they're going to bring you tonight. That having been said, please welcome this week's featured artist. This is Wagon.
Your head go bald. I said, give me back my wig, baby. Honey, let your head go bald. We didn't have no business, honey, buy no wig at all. Taking me downtown, say 449. Down there, you said 9.99. Said, give me back my wig, baby. Honey, let your head go bald. We didn't have no business,
yeah. This week's featured artist, Tail Wagon. Kane Daly, lead vocals, lead guitar. How you doing, my man?
What's happening, Mark?
Well done as always. Well done as always. You and I have been friends for, I don't know, 20 years?
At least.
We go back a ways. We've had you in here
Yeah.
a few times over the years.
Yeah.
And it's good to have you back, man.
I was thinking about it on the way here, and then I'm trying to remember the last time I was here. I believe it was for the Gathering of Slides.
Gathering of the Slides.
Yeah, where we had quite a gathering in here. I think we had Kerry
Carney, little Toby Walker, Dee Harris, if I remember, and yourself. Once a year, the Long Island Blues Society puts on that great show. Yeah, you've been a part of it a few times. And just
a lot of fun.
A great. I'm sorry you didn't bring an acoustic in here to do something with.
Yeah, man. I had a pile of guitars in my truck, but
Not
I
an
could
acoustic.
have fit another one.
That's all right.
I could have fit another one, but
That's all right. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, veteran players. Let's talk about some history with you if we can. Let's talk about when you began musically. How old were you? What made you decide this was a direction you were going to head into in life?
Well, I have two older brothers, and one of my older brothers, plays guitar, plays and sings, and everything. He started out. He's 6 years older than me.
We're talking about the brother that did the Dream Theater project.
Yes, Charlie.
Those of you
Charlie
that remember,
Dominici.
those of you that remember Dream Theater, your brother was the first lead singer.
Yeah, he was actually on When Dreaming Day Unite.
Dream Theater.
Yeah, with Terry
Very
Day
cool.
produced it. Yeah.
Very cool, man.
That's my brother Charlie. And Charlie's been in, he's got a long list of bands he's been in, over the years. So, when he actually started playing, he was like 14, I'm 6 years younger than him. So when he started playing guitar, my father bought a guitar, from Sears and brought it home.
Sears?
Sears guitar and amp, combo.
Okay.
And Silvertone.
How old were you?
guitar.
How old were you?
He was 14, so I was like 8.
Okay.
When that happened. But that was right around the Beatles. That was about the 64 or something like that. Really dating myself now.
That's okay. That's okay.
So anyway, that's where the music part came into the house, where the guitar actually showed up into the house, and that guitar ended up eventually being my first experience with actually touching an electric guitar.
Did you grow
playing.
into the passion quick? Did you mess with it for a few weeks, put it down, say this isn't for me, come back to it later, or did you gravitate to it hard right from day one?
Well, I really gravitated very quickly.
You got the bug immediately.
But it scared me a little bit because it had too many strings on it.
Okay.
So I started playing bass. So I asked my dad to get me a bass guitar, and he got me a bass, and I played that for like a year. And then I decided, this, I can't do this, what I want to do on bass guitar. I can't do it. So I need to play guitar if I want to play the things that I liked, which I had a lot of exposure when I was younger to a lot of good music. Both my brothers were into, different kinds of stuff, but a lot of different stuff at the time, which was big, which was Clapton and the Stones, the Beatles, a lot of hippie music, you might call it,
that was the music.
Moby Grape.
That was playing in the house when you were growing up.
Yeah. So, and my parents actually allowed it, and I was lucky for that. So, so what happened was my brother moved out and he left the guitar behind, the Silvertone.
So you adopted.
And so
it.
I plinkety plink, and I tried to find my way around it, but I got a little scared. Then I asked my dad to buy me a bass for my birthday. I think it was my 15th birthday or something like that. And started playing bass, but I had a few friends in the neighborhood who actually played music and were musicians, so learned a lot of stuff from them, little things here and there, and then watched people jam. Went to a lot of concerts when I was younger. In those days you could go to concerts. I mean, if you were 13, 14, 15, you could go to a concert and hang out all night. Well, if your parents allowed it, which I was fortunate enough to have some freedom to go stay out until 4 o'clock in the morning, go to the city and see Hot Tuna.
Oh, very cool.
And stuff like that. So,
Long Island Blues Warehouse, we're going to keep it moving. This is Tail Wagon.
Hey, this is Darian from West Babylon, New York, and you're listening to the Long Island Blues Warehouse.
You know the trip I'm on. I made you laugh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yeah, I might be somebody's fool. They're gonna send me up to summer school. I might be somebody's fool. On me out. Drink got drunk, he drove his car to an ice cream stand. Some went off to fight a war in some foreign land. It might be somebody's fool. They're gonna send them all to army school. It might be somebody's fool. On me out. Rocket running. Yeah, you can't see the stage from on his big headles in your way. There's a loud guitar, you can't hear a single word I say. Well, might be somebody's fool. Gonna send you off to rock and roll high school. You might be somebody's fool. On me out. Dig it, man. Yeah, you might be somebody's fool. Gonna send you all to rock and roll high school. You might be somebody's fool. On me out. Yeah, you might be somebody's fool. Gonna send you all to rock and roll high school. You might be somebody's fool. On we all. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This week's featured artist, Long Island's own, Tail Wagon. Well done, fellas. As always, well done. Let's grab on bass. If he'll head on up to his mic for a minute there, Mr. Johnny Dunn. How you doing, Johnny?
Very good.
Welcome back to the show, my man.
Thank you very much
Let
for
me
having
start by
us.
saying it's been too long since we had you in here last.
Quite a while.
And I hope next time we'll be a little quicker on. You guys are working on something new right now, so we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's jump into some history. Let's talk about when you began. Do you play other instruments, or is bass pretty much it? Do you dabble with other things?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Keyboards, guitar,
You do
bass.
Yeah. What was the passion? What'd you jump into first?
First thing I jumped into was guitar.
You started with the guitar. You still play today?
Yeah.
Fluently?
Yeah.
This kind of fluent?
No.
Okay.
No.
Vamping on chords
No,
type of thing?
nobody plays like that.
Vamping on chords type of thing?
I can finger pick. I'm a acoustic 12 string.
No kidding. Very cool. Very cool. How old were you when you first picked up an instrument and decided this was a direction you were heading into in life?
7.
What was the influence?
My parents made me play at church.
They made you play at
At
church.
the guitar mass.
Okay. Okay.
So I had to take lessons and play at guitar mass.
You didn't have the passion for it.
No, I did. I didn't want to play guitar though.
Okay. I mean, did you lock yourself in your room and were you practicing hard back in those early days?
like a maniac.
You were.
Yeah.
Okay. And when did you realize bass was going to be the at the front of the list of things to do?
I got my first bass when I was 13.
Okay. And
I couldn't play the leads. And all my friends started getting electric guitars, and I couldn't play them. Okay. So I had my acoustic 12-string, and so we'll go to a 4-string. It's easier. I thought.
Yeah, you thought, but you're a monster with the bass yourself. You hold on the bottom end beautifully, and you've been involved in a couple of strong known projects here on the island. The DARIAN Blues Band,
yes,
which is a great project with an incredible singer that I play on my WUSB Stony Brook a few times a month. Have to. I'm talking about Cool Hand Luke Alvino.
Wow.
That was your front man for the DARIAN project.
He was my musical partner for 11 years.
11 years, which means the DARIAN Blues Band started what in the 90s?
Yeah.
Well,
we started with me, Chris, and Luke, and Joe Vicino. We were the Smoke Daddies.
Joe Vicino,
and
right? We
all broke up, and we just went out. We went our way, and Joe went his way, and
he went to a solo project.
Yeah.
You kept the DARIAN thing going on.
Yeah.
And when did Luke pass away?
2005.
2005.
June 18th.
And you kept that project going.
Yeah.
You kept that project going. CJ, your guitar player, picked up lead vocals for a period of time.
Yes, he did. We couldn't take auditioning any more singers. So CJ just said, nope, let me try it.
And as it turns out,
he nailed it.
He wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
He
wasted my time for 6 months of me interviewing singers, and then he said, I can't take it anymore, I'm going to sing. And he did great.
And you guys did an album or two with him.
Did 2 albums.
You did 2 albums with him. And I play that stuff today on the other show, and it's well received. People really enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you strong. Let's talk about what you were doing before the DARIAN project. Were you involved in other bands and other music projects before the DARIAN days?
Yeah, we started, me, Chris, and Luke. Joe started the Smoke Daddies.
Oh, that's right. You guys were in the Smoke Daddies as well.
Before that, I was in the Slam Jammers with Phil Varka.
With Phil Varka, who we had in here not too long ago.
That's when I met KANE, 92.
Long Island's a small area, man, and we have a great, incredible bunch of talented players.
Absolutely.
And you guys are all in the same circle. You guys all see each other at jams and what have you over the years, and you guys mix it. You try things out. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. Right. You got great chemistry with these guys. This has been going for 5 years now.
Yeah, I've been with Chris. I've been with Chris since 97?
Since 97.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Chris go back a ways. Great rhythm section, you two guys. And how did you hook up with KANE to finally get him full time?
KANE's band Rooster beat Phil Varka and the Slam Jammers in the Long Island Music Festival, 1990. No, I met you before that, but yeah, they beat us.
The good old days, huh?
Yeah,
the good old days.
And we got to be friends, and even the other guys in Rooster, I'm friends with.
Pete Kiernan on bass.
Yeah.
Now he went into a direction of a country project.
Yep.
That he's a strong part of these days.
Rattlesnake
Dawn.
Dawn or something.
Yeah, great country project here on Long Island. The talent on Long Island, tremendous. And Johnny, it's great having you back on this stage. You're a tremendous force to be reckoned with what you do on the island. Keep going strong, my man. Look forward to seeing a lot more of you with these boys, and you're doing something else on the side. You got another thing going on with Jack LaCitra?
Yeah, I did a.
You got a little solo thing going on?
Yeah, I did a soul record,
okay,
R&B soul record, and I had Jack come down and sing, and Tom Federuso that owns On Track Studios is singing and playing drums and keyboards and.
Very nice, my man. I look forward to giving that a listen.
It's different. It's not this, It's all the old 60s soul. But I dig doing with these boys.
This is a great, unique project, this tail wagon thing. And
the writing thing is coming out good, too. Everybody's agreeing and not killing each other, so.
That always helps. And you got a great dynamic with what you 4 guys lend to this project. So keep going strong, as I said earlier, and I appreciate what you're all about, my man. Johnny Dunn on the bass, I thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
Let's get into another tune. We'll come back and talk more with some of these other players. What are we doing next, Kane Daly?
This is a little song called Funky Mood for Rockin'.
You good to go?
Yeah.
Long Island Blues Warehouse, let's keep it moving with Tail Wagon.
funky mood for rocking, rocking and rolling with you. Baby, what you want me to do? And I'm singing, banging on a big bass drum, waiting for the end to come. What you want me to do?
Oh, yeah. This week's featured artist, Tail Wagon. Nicely done, fellas. Who in this band can tell me, by the way, Johnny Dunn, where the name Tail Wagon came from?
I can't tell you that one.
Because you don't know?
I'm a new member.
You're a new member.
No, it would have to be him.
You're the only one that knows, Kane?
I don't even understand the name.
Well, there was a movie years ago that Dustin Hoffman did called Wag the Dog.
Wag the Dog.
You know the movie I'm talking about? So I thought that this title of this project might have been influenced from that. I'm probably wrong, but that's what I thought. So, Kane,
You got to ask him.
come on up and tell me about that.
Let me man up and tell you.
What is
Well,
what is
actually,
Tail Wagon all about?
You know, it's really just a play on words, but I like, and Johnny's kind of like this too, but I'm not going to blame him for this, because like a lot of people, I get a lot of flack about the name and everything, but it's kind of like a play on words, and I like words that have double meanings and phrases that make you think and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. A conundrum. A conundrum? Is that a conundrum?
An
I like
entendre.
that. I could go for a conundrum right now.
But anyway,
Dunkin' Donuts open? Anyway. No, but seriously, I don't know. Bands. Here's one of the things is that bands, always slave over a name, and unless you have the really coolest name in the world ready, when you're forming a band, you can spend grueling weeks on coming up with a name. And does
Was that the case with
you guys
this
agree
title?
with me on that a lot of times?
was that the case with the title of this song?
Yeah, sure,
It kind
you're
of
the
like
boss.
I came up with Tail Wagon like this. I thought, everybody has a tale to tell. So the whole thing was I wanted it to sound like something and mean something else and let people think about it when they heard the name. And I also wanted it to be something that people might remember. So if they associate a few things like the picture of the '59 Caddy on the front of the CD, kind of makes people think usually right away. They look at it and is it a car? Tail wagon. So it could be a lot of different things. But to me, it kind of means that everybody has a tale to tell. In songs, we tell a lot of tales. Some of them true, some of them not. Some of them fictitious, some of them fiction, and stuff like that. And so I thought that for a band to have a name that has a little bit of a deeper meaning like that, it might be cool. And so behind it is basically a wagon full of tales.
Sounds like the title of a good song, man.
I thought it meant Heine shaking.
What's that?
I thought it meant to get everybody's Heine shaking.
Actually, we do this a lot. So the funny thing is that after the fact, I actually a couple of dogs that my girlfriend has are standing there and they're looking at me and the tail's wagging and I'm saying to myself, that's it. There's a lot of different meanings to it. Tail wagging, it could be a car, it could be, if you think about it, it has a deeper meaning, but I don't know. I mean, look, what's in a name? I remember one time.
I'm not asking you to defend yourself.
No, but I know.
I just want to know where the name
I'm
came
sorry.
from.
Yeah, I don't mean.
think
I
you
don't
made
mean
the-
to be apologetic
I think
about
you made
it.
the point.
Really.
Yeah, don't be.
Yeah,
Don't be.
I don't mean to be apologetic.
That's an interesting tale on where the name came about, and I like it. I like it. Well done. Well
Thanks.
done. That's all I
Thanks.
needed.
Thank you.
Listen, let me grab on the other guitar if he'll head up to one of those mics,
Yeah.
to Johnny's mic. Ronnie TARINA for a second if he'll head over there. How you doing, Ronnie?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Welcome to the show, my man. Let
Hey,
me
it's
begin
great.
by saying I want to talk. You lend a great dynamic to this project as well,
thank
man.
you.
I love what you contribute to this project. Let's talk about the history. Let's talk about when you began. You started as a young guy, I'm guessing.
Yeah. In the household, we had the Beatles' second album, I guess is what they call it here in the States. It was something else over in the UK, but we had that album, and I spun it, and decided that I needed to do something similar to what they were doing. So,
At what age were you?
5.
Okay.
So we called a bunch of guitar teachers in Queens, New York, where I come from, and they all kind of said, nah, 5 years old, you can't play at 5 years old, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, lo and behold, we found one guy that said, hey, might be a challenge. Let's see if we could teach a 5-year-old how to play guitar. And now we're 9 million years later, and
Give or take a few months.
yeah, I'm still going every day, man. So, you know, it's a passion, it's a burn, it's a thing.
Let's talk about things you were involved in musically before this project. What were you doing?
Okay, well, oddly enough, before this project, I played in the band Rooster, which is kind of the link that got me here.
Okay.
So I played with them for a number of years.
The Common Thread.
Yeah, the Common Thread band, absolutely. Before that, I played in a number of bands, a couple of bands based out of Connecticut, a couple of bands based out of New Jersey.
You're a Long Island-based guy, correct?
I live in Queens. I'm
Okay.
a Queens guy. So,
Okay.
early on, I played in a band out of Queens called Heart Attack, and oddly enough, we did the CBGB's thing when all the members of the band were between the age of 12 and 13 years old. So that was kind of like the introduction into the whole rock and roll world.
Very nice.
It was a lot of fun. It was a blast.
Very cool, my man.
It still is. It still is.
Very cool. Great contribution to this project,
Well,
man.
thank you.
Great contribution.
We're having a good time.
I appreciate having you in here, and I look forward to seeing a lot more of you as well. Ronnie TARINA on the other guitar. I thank you so much. Kane Daly.
We love Ronnie, man.
What are we doing next, my man?
It's a little song that kicks off the CD, actually. This is called All Is Well. This is the first song on the CD, the Wagon CD. Can I just say something really quick?
Please.
Mark, I want to thank you, Mark Klein, for presenting us here to people and everything. We
Why don't
really
do-
dig it,
Let's
man.
do the
Thank
thank
you.
yous at the end. We still got some time on the clock, but I appreciate that as always.
You got it, bro.
You're looking good with the long hair, man.
Letting it grow,
Last time
man.
I saw you, it was like this.
Yeah. I go through phases.
The long hair works on you, man, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Let's get into the next tune. What are we doing? What's
All Is Well.
Long Island Blues Warehouse. We're going to keep it moving with Tail Wagon.
Can you hear that whistle blow? And it's time to go. I was there the night
a wagon. Nicely done, boys. Nicely done. Chris Anstis on the drum kit. If you'll pull that mic around. Let's get you on there if we can for a second. How you doing, Christoph?
Yo, yo, yo.
Christoph Anstis on the drum kit.
What's happening?
How are you doing, my man?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Welcome back to the show, man. It's good to have you back in here.
Glad to be back, glad to be back.
You and I go back probably close to 3 decades now.
At least.
It's in that ballpark.
Yeah.
I don't want to date myself too badly like Kane did earlier. But, yeah, I think we go back to when I was like 5.
Yep, and I was 7.
And your brother was like 30.
That's right.
At the time. No, I'm teasing
Yeah.
you. Let's talk about the history, man. Let's talk about when you began musically. You started on the kit
Well, yeah, you know.
at a young age yourself.
Very young, you know, because as you know, my older brother was the big-time drummer man, and he still is. And, you know, I just watched him, picked up everything. When he left, I played his drum kit and, you know, taught myself how to play. Then he showed me a lot of pointers, and, you know, it was just in my blood, born with it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, your brother, one of the well-known bands here on the island, a fellow that not around anymore, unfortunately, Little Buster and the Soul Brothers. Let's talk about it real quick. Little Buster won amateur night at the Apollo in like 1962, and he had a bunch of Folgers coffee commercials, and
That was a big influence
worked
on me.
with Etta James and all this great. Your brother played drums with Little Buster
That's
for
right.
for decades.
That was a big influence, you know, going down to those gigs and watching them, and learned a lot watching and sitting in with them, you know. Very much.
Your brother, now you said you're self-taught a lot in the early days. Your brother did work with you?
Not
Were you taking lessons at school or from outside
I
teachers?
did. I was doing a little lesson thing in school, playing the snare drum, and then I kind of self-taught myself on the drum set. And then later on, he showed me some stuff.
We talked about some of the earlier projects before this project, before Kane Daly and Tail Wagon and Joe Vicino and Rooster and some of those other projects you did.
I was in the 80s. I was in the Last Chance Blues Band. for
Last
like
Chance
9
Blues
years,
Band.
yeah. And then did a couple other projects. The original project with Gary Setzer and Cold Early Man. And
Brian Setzer's brother.
Right, in the early 90s.
From the Stray Cats. That's right.
And then I did a couple other, you know, things here and there. Then did the Smoke Daddies with Johnny in the mid '90s, you know. Then met Kane through that whole circuit, and the Dahlia Project, Kane Daly, Tail Wagon, and here I am.
Some great history.
At the Blues Wells.
Some great history, Christoph. And
That's it. And Mark Klein, you're like my brother, you know, your family.
Yeah, yeah. Your family and I are pretty tight,
That's right.
as you know, and. God, for I think the past like 28 years, every year Christmas Eve over at your brother's house, and
yeah,
it's always an exciting event over there, especially when you arrive.
That's right.
But that's another story for another time.
Not on the air, please.
But you make a great addition to every project you touch.
Yeah,
my
I
man.
love these guys, and it's, you know, the chemistry's great, you know, and the camaraderie is incredible.
Great dynamic you lend to this.
And
project.
I carried them, you know.
As best you can, my man. As best you can. No, you seriously, you're one of the strong. You're a strong player here on the island, Chris. And I always appreciate what you do and what you're about.
Thank you, Marcus.
So I thank
very
you
much.
for you doing what you do. Just keep going strong, and look forward to seeing a lot more of you with this project and some upcoming things. You boys
We're
are gonna be
working
doing.
on the new CD now.
Let's talk about that real quick while I got you.
Yeah, working on a new Tail Wagon CD. It's basically all recorded except for some mixing and overdubbing, and hopefully it'll be out in a couple months, hopefully, and then we can show the world the new CD.
Well, we're looking forward to. Is there a website for Tail Wagon out yet?
What is it? Reverb Nation, Kane?
You got a Reverb Nation thing? Reverb Nation
/ Tail Wagon.
Tail Wagon. Very cool.
Right.
Very cool. Well, great job, Christoph Anstis on the drums. I thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Kane, let's put you boys back to work. Let me take a look. That
Got to run on the list.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, this one's called "Stay Right Here."
You good to go?
Absolutely, man.
Long Island Blues
Thank you.
Warehouse. Let's keep it moving with Tail Wagon.
So you messed up and you're feeling bad. Everything you see just makes you care. You got to fess up
Yeah, this week's featured artist on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, Tail Wagon. Nicely done, Kane, as always. Kane, you do a lot of writing?
Yes.
Now, are you one of those guys? I know it's different for everybody, and I get asked this question a lot. How does the thought process work for you when it comes to writing? Are you one of those guys that can say on a particular night, I'm going to sit down over the weekend and write a tune or two? Or
No.
that doesn't work for you?
No, I can't.
You got to be
It's
influenced by something that happens,
Yeah, it
something
kinda
you
has to.
witness,
Yeah.
something you hear maybe.
Yeah, sometimes I like, sometimes I'll get, well, naturally being a guitar player, a lot of times it'll be some riff or chord that, comes to mind and, I think of and, wow, I'll play it a little bit. And what I do is a lot of times I record the stuff. Sometimes I'll just record a riff and then just like go ahead and go back and say, hey, I got this idea for a song. It's really great.
Bring it to the boys,
yeah,
and let them build around it.
A lot of times, actually, no. Well, what I'll do is I'll take that riff and listen to it and see what kind of emotion it has, and then like it's driving towards a certain kind of a thing, and then I'll start writing some lyrics or a chorus to it, and then, bring it to the boys and running up the flagpole, and
see how it flies,
and see if
see what happens
it's,
with it.
yeah.
Sure.
And so like some stuff, but it works different like every time. I mean, most writers will tell you that, like like most people. I think
There's no set formula.
Yeah, because a lot of times some songs completely come together like right away. Like there's a couple songs on the Tail Wagon CD that came.
You ever find yourself halfway through something, run into a brick wall, put it on a shelf for a period of time, come back to it later, and something just strikes you?
A lot of times it's primarily that. Like a lot of times I get a big chunk of it, and then there's little pieces missing, and that's not hard. But sometimes there'll be like a song where I think it's it's pretty good and it works and everything, where it'll just it'll lay for a while.
Very nice.
But yeah, the writing process I think for everybody's different, but I think also I have a lot of different processes myself.
I get asked that question quite a lot, so I needed to pick your brain on your thought process for that a little bit. Very cool, my man. We got time for two more.
Thanks.
Let's
Cool.
do another song. We'll do our goodbyes, and then you boys will play us out.
Is it okay if we play that tune that you wanted to hear?
On my other show at WUSB.FM on Friday mornings from 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I play this song a few times, and it's a very well-received song.
Yeah.
Is that the song you're getting ready to play now?
Yeah, this one's called Drowning.
You good to go?
Yeah, man.
Long Island Blues Warehouse. Let's do it. Tail Wagon.
First time I ever
like I'm drowning. You know I'm drowning. Feel like I'm drowning. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
We got to do some goodbyes real quick before you boys play us out. Let's start with on the drum kit, Mr. Frank Anstis back there on the drums. Thank you so much, Chris. I called him Frank, didn't I? Yes. I meant to say the more handsome and talented younger brother, Chris Anstis. Christoph Anstis on the drum kit back there. I apologize for that. Chris, thank you so much, my man. Oh, boy. On the bass, let's thank Johnny Dunn. Thank you so much, Johnny.
Thank you.
Great having you in here.
Thank you very much for having us.
On the guitar in the end, Mr. Ronnie TARINA. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Lead guitar, lead vocals, last but certainly not least, Mr. KANE Daly. KANE, thank you so much, my man.
Can I say thank you, Mark Klein, for doing this for Long Island, man. Not just for us, for the whole scene. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. All the crew and all that, too, man.
Thank you very much. EKO Studios, of course, the official studio of the Blues Warehouse. We thank those boys every week for what they do. EKOProductions.com. For the Blues Warehouse, I'm Mark Klein at LIBlues.com. And always remember to check out me live Friday mornings from 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time at WUSB.FM. And those of you on Long Island at 90.1 FM. So we thank you so much for that. KANE, you boys are going to play us out. What are we finishing up with?
This one's called Wild Baby.
Where she goes.